giggling my ass off like I was on nitrous. 'Cause I was. Hey there, folks. My name is Tony, and welcome to another terrible movie review from this guy.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
If you cannot tell, I am a Jurassic Park fan. Let me say that again. I am a Jurassic Park fan. I love the Jurassic Park movies. I was a little too young to enjoy it when it came out in theaters all those many years ago, yes, but it is still part of my childhood. When the second Jurassic Park movies came out to theaters, luckily I was old enough by then to see that. Probably shouldn't have. It was the first time I saw a man get torn in half by two T-Rexes. But then, of course, we also have Jurassic Park 3. We don't talk about Jurassic Park 3. Yeah, right, we talk about Jurassic Park 3. I love Jurassic Park 3. I honestly don't understand all the hate for it. I think it's a really cool movie. Is it the best of the Jurassic Park movies? Of course not. But it's still really good. But I really do like that movie, especially that birdcage scene. I really love that birdcage scene a lot. Just them stuck in that fucking giant birdcage. Velociraptor on a plane, Alan. Yeah, it's a dream. Clearly, I have more to say about the third movie than the other two. Now, to me, those three Jurassic Park movies are fantastic. Okay? But the Jurassic World movies, that's another story. Alright. Get ready for this bombshell. I don't really remember the Jurassic World movies. That just happens sometimes with movies that I don't really have an opinion on. To be fair, they're fine as far as I can remember. The first one, good, I think, is fine. Jimmy Buffett running with the margaritas. No, I think that movie was fine. The ending did not do it for me. If I remember correctly, that was the T-Rex versus the Indominus Rex in a Godzilla-style kaiju fight. Yeah, not for me. Jurassic World 2, I remember quite fondly, but I do not ever, under any circumstance, watch it because of a certain scene. Some of you know what scene I'm talking about, if you're an animal lover. I'm gonna start off again. I refuse to ever watch it again. Jurassic World 3 is the least memorable. That one just came out not that long ago, and I can't, for the life of me, remember anything other than a pure, straight-up Bourne Identity run through an apartment building, but with dinosaurs. Yeah, let that one sink in. Oh, it had something to do with bugs, too. Jurassic World Bug Island. Yeah, I remember now. It was bugs. It was all bugs. These lights are so hot. I thought LED lights didn't give off heat, but I am baking under these lights right now. Anyways, I digress. Jurassic World movies? Jurassic Park movies? Hey. So with this latest entry in the Jurassic series, I'm just going to call it Jurassic, we have Jurassic World Rebirth. I gotta say, I wasn't too thrilled when I heard it was being called Jurassic World. It just gave me a feeling in the pit of my stomach like, oh, we're going back here, huh? I was kind of hoping we were going to move past it now. Of course, it's just a name. What's in a name, right? So seeing the trailers for Jurassic World Rebirth, I honestly have been pretty hyped for this movie. It did look pretty good, I'm not going to lie. I like Scarlett Johansson. I like Mahershala Ali. I don't know why I couldn't remember his name. I like Mahershala Ali. He's awesome. Seeing these two leading actors in this movie gave me some hope. I mean, it looked pretty action-packed. It looked like it might have some scares, some thrills going on. Super excited for this. Okay, we're going back to an island. We have new characters, new ideas, maybe some new dinosaurs. I'm in. I just watched this movie, and on a scale of Jurassic Park to Jurassic World Dominion, yeah, this belongs in Jurassic World Dominion, unfortunately. Okay, to be fair, this is an okay movie. It's not terrible by any means. I wasn't sitting there angry the whole time just waiting for this to end. But the amount of excitement that I had for this movie compared to what I got on screen, You know, I watch a YouTuber by the name of Luke Stevens. He does video game videos, and he has a great motto that says, "Hype makes you stupid." It's not a video game in this case, it's a movie, but hype definitely got me. It got me. It gave me the old 1-2 punch in this one. It knocked me down. It knocked me on my ass. This is about as good as the other Jurassic World movies. I think that's what I'll say about this. It's just more of the same in terms of quality. If Jurassic Park is one of your favorite sodas, let's say Jurassic Park is a nice Coke. You know, you're drinking it, it's very good, it's very bubbly, it's cold, it's nice. Jurassic World Rebirth is also a Coke. Well, when you drink Jurassic World Rebirth, it's not bubbly, it's flat. It's still Coke, but it's not that great because it's flat. There's no bubbles, there's no bite to it. Jeez, at this point, I'm probably just gonna have to start laying into the movie a little bit. It's not really scary. I mean, the dinosaurs for the most part at this point are not scary. The situations I don't even really think are that scary. There are some jump scares the dinosaurs pull off where that's scary. I was more scared because of the loud sound that came out. But the dinosaurs themselves, when you just see them move and everything, it's not that scary. I don't know how in 2025 it seems like the dinosaur effect has gotten worse and worse and worse over time to where it just feels like it's less believable each time. I feel like if there's another one of these that comes out in 2030, it's going to look like something I seen on the Discovery Channel in like 2006. And maybe it's not the CGI. I don't know. They look so much less believable as time goes on. Whereas the first couple, the blend of puppets with the CGI works together so well that you start to believe, well, there is some type of living, breathing creature alongside these actors. I don't know. There are some scenes where actors are being pursued by dinosaurs through water or land, wherever, and it just kind of feels like they might be on a Universal Studios ride. It's not funny either. Like, it's not trying to be wall-to-wall jokes or anything, but there are some scenes where it's supposed to be funny, I guess. No one in my theater laughed. No one laughed. Come on, guys. My homie Harold Zoid said it best.
People, please. Just because it's a dramatic scene doesn't mean you can't do a little comedy in the background. Throw a pie or two, for God's sake.
Look, you gotta know a movie's not funny when I don't laugh. Because I laugh at fucking everything. I mean, Minecraft is not a piece of comedic gold by any means, but you can bet I was there in the theater the entire time, giggling my ass off like I was on nitrous. Because I was. I don't know. It's not very funny, and it's not very scary. But it has some pretty good actors, right? It does, but I didn't find them as compelling or just not as drawn into the characters as I would hope to be. I mean, Mahershala Ali and Scarlett Johansson are very charismatic, but in this, it's just... okay, I guess. I think a lot of it comes down to the writing. I'm not gonna lie. I can't remember a lot of the script, the lines in these movies, but I do remember almost every line being delivered kind of made me just go, Just sit in my seat, Like I said, it's not bad. I wasn't mad watching it. I wasn't like waiting for it to end. It just was like, okay, it just kind of washed over me, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna start getting into some spoilers now. I think it's about time, so... So the whole point of this movie is all about an exposition to this dinosaur island to get DNA samples from 3 of the biggest dinosaurs. The Mosasaur, Titanosaur, and Quetzalcoatlus. Here's the word right here. Basically a land, sea, and air dinosaur, 3 of the biggest dinosaurs. So pharmaceutical company wants to get DNA samples from these dinosaurs. They're going to use the DNA to make heart medication that's going to save the entire world from heart disease. No more heart disease if you're rich enough to pay for it. Yep, cue the shady evil corporation. We got a shady evil corporation in a Jurassic World movie. We got them. So that's the whole point of this exposition. Also, dinosaurs have basically died off at this point. Again, they're going extinct again. They cannot live in our society, our climate, it makes sense, honestly. I mean, yeah, they wouldn't be able to survive. It's much too cold, even though there's global warming going on. Much too cold, not their preferred environment, not enough oxygen for their giant lungs. So they only really thrive on the equator. They're able to thrive there. They can sometimes live outside of the equator area, but they do not live well. So the whole expedition is going out to the equator area, to the dinosaur island, to get DNA samples. That's the whole gist of this movie. You know, what they don't show in the trailers, or at least what wasn't apparent to me, there is two groups in this movie. There's two groups of people. All they show is Scarlett Johansson and Mahershala Ali and Rupert Friend. They show their crew because they are the main crew. There's another group of people that's not a crew, it's actually a family. A dad, his two daughters, and one of the daughters' boyfriend that kind of get shipwrecked by some mosasaurs. They get picked up by our expedition crew and come along for the ride along the way to the island. Mosasaurs completely shipwreck the cruise boat, and the family and the expedition crew are separated. So that's why we only see one group of people, the expedition crew. They don't show really the family at all. They might be like in one or two scenes for a second, but I did not know that there was going to be two groups of people. And I gotta say, the family seemed very pointless in this movie. I don't know why they were there, except for the fact that, you know, I don't know. I don't know why there was a random family that happened to be part of this movie. I mean, in the story, I get it. They were shipwrecked. They need saving. But when writing this story, I don't know why you put this family in. I guess in the Jurassic Park movies, it's good to have a crew of capable badasses and some average Joes just along for the ride. I don't know. They didn't seem necessary. That would be one of my biggest complaints of this movie, is you could have taken them out and centered so much more of this movie around characters and actors that I was so looking forward to. I don't know. Like I said, the dinosaurs are not that scary. They're not that believable. Yeah, I know part of it being because these dinosaurs are genetically modified monsters at this point. But even then, You know what? There was one dinosaur that actually did happen to feel a little real, kind of scary a little bit. And that was I'm pretty sure that's him. It's the giant bird one in a nest, like on a cave over a cliff. That one actually did seem a little real, I think because maybe it was modeled off like actual big birds that we have today. It felt kind of real. Even though it was CGI, it felt the most real. The way it moved its head, the way it actually ate one of the crew members. That one I actually kind of believe, like, oh, that's pretty terrifying. What a horrible thing to happen to someone. And continuing with dinosaurs, noticeably absent, I mean, they're there for like a half a second, are the raptors, velociraptors. There's like one or two for a second in a background shot that gets eaten by a mutant flying dinosaur that looks like a Skeksis. But yeah, they show the raptor one time. It gets ambushed by a flying Skeksis. There is a T-Rex. What you see in the trailer, it's a sleeping T-Rex. The scene is expanded into the T-Rex waking up and chasing after a family down a river. But like I said before, it feels more like a theme park attraction. This movie feels like a group of people paid money for a Jurassic Park experience, and they're just kind of going from area to area to area to experience what it'd be like in a Jurassic Park scenario. It doesn't feel like a whole running for your lives being stalked throughout the entire movie type feeling that the other ones give. This just felt like they were just going from attraction to attraction. So, okay, you're on the beach, so you're going to experience the Spinosaur and the Mosasaurs. Okay, now you're in the prairie lands, you're going to experience the Titanosaur. Now you're at the river, so this is the T-Rex section that you're going to experience. It just felt like they were going from location to location just to get the experience and then move on to the next thing without really being in danger, because it never really felt like the dinosaurs were there. And that's the sense of feeling I got throughout this entire movie. And if you're wondering about the big ugly dinosaur that they keep showing in all the promotional pictures, posters, the trailers, it's in this movie for about 4 or 5 minutes, maybe. At the very beginning, the scene within the lab, that's all at the beginning, showing just the glimpse of it. Whatever you saw in the trailer, that's about as much as you see of it. That's at the beginning. And at the very end, Mahershala Ali kind of hurting it away. It only comes in for the last 3 minutes to stalk everyone trying to get off the island. It comes in at the last second with a tweety little mustache, just twisting it along, going, "Ha ha, I'm the villain." And it's just there for a few minutes just to chase them and just to put a sense of dread for them trying to get off the island, them trying to start up an old boat while it's hunting them down for 60 seconds, 120 seconds. It was really only there for that. It also has 6 arms. These are all mutant dinosaurs, but they don't say what they're mutated with. So this dinosaur has 6 arms. It doesn't say what it was mutated with. They just call it a D-Rex. The big D-Rex. But anyways, everyone gets away. I don't think any dinosaurs die or anything like that. They don't kill any of these mutant dinosaurs. They just are all able to get away. Mahershala Ali, it looks like he gets eaten by the D-Rex, but he just happens to show up later. You don't see him get eaten or anything like that. It's just from far away, the flare he's waving about goes out, and it's just assumed that he's eaten. But find out later, oh no, he was able to escape. So everyone escapes. A few of the crew members, all the expendable ones that you can kind of tell that they're expendable, they die. But everyone else, everyone that you think is going to live in this movie is going to live. So there's that. The whole family lives. Scarlett Johansson lives, Mahershala Ali lives. Oh, and while they're riding away on the boat, they do a sweet callback to the first Jurassic Park, where Sam Neill looks out a plane window with a kid resting on his lap while pelicans fly over an ocean. Well, in this, Scarlett Johansson is on a boat looking out over the ocean while I'm pretty sure a kid rests on her lap, and they see dolphins jumping out of the ocean. Sweet callback. Brought to you by Jurassic World. So yeah, that's it for Jurassic Park. This certainly was a movie. I recommend going watching it. If nothing else, you can see the trailer for Christopher Nolan's new movie. I am so fucking pumped for that. And The Running Man. They showed the trailer for The Running Man. Oh my god. I am super excited for that one. So that is it for Jurassic World Rebirth. Look for its sequel, Jurassic World Rebirth: /Afterbirth, to come out sometime in the next 2 years. Holy fuck, that was hard to say.